It's supposed to be a safe space for 2 feet, but police say they're getting complaints that more and more cyclists are leaving designated bike lanes and riding on the sidewalk. Pedestrians are saying it's becoming a safety hazard.
We're out here constantly, at least 3 times a week, and we have equipment. We're on the sidewalks. We're making the street beautiful, and cyclists on the sidewalk are a big problem for us. We can't see behind us. Sometimes they just come whizzing by. It's a very dangerous thing.
They're not supposed to be here, and residents in Leaside want them off the sidewalk before more people get hurt.
I have a friend whose mother was struck down by a bicycle on a sidewalk and ended up in very serious condition. It's a problem.
According to Toronto Municipal Code Chapter 950, no one over the age of 14 is allowed to ride on the sidewalk, an offense that could come with a $60 fine. Under the Ontario Highway Traffic Act, bicycles are also considered vehicles. If charged with careless driving, the fees range from $400 to $2,000 and 6 months in jail. But cyclists are still doing it, which is what sparked the most recent social media awareness campaign by Toronto police. Some cyclists say they don't have much of a choice. As you can see, where they're supposed to ride is either filled with parked cars or closed because of construction. The alternative, riding with traffic.
Especially on Bayview, they're not going to use the road. They're not going to use the street. It's not safe. There's too much traffic.
We have a very small cycling network. So we've got to remember that oftentimes people choose to ride on the sidewalk because it's the safer option as they perceive it.
Cycling advocate Jared Culp doesn't think riding on the sidewalk is the right thing to do. He does, however, believe the city needs to step up.
That being said, one of the best things we can do to combat sidewalk riding is install bike lanes on our streets and dedicate space on our roads for cyclists.
The city says it's not that easy of a solution.
One of the problems, though, is that we're trying to retrofit a city, and there's never going to be that perfect scenario where there's enough space for cyclists, pedestrians, and vehicles. We're trying to find that right mix. And there are going to be situations where cyclists may not feel safe. Maybe whether it's Bayview Avenue in the shopping district, well, they have an alternative to go to a side street or get off their bike. But pedestrian safety is job one as far as I'm concerned.
Police say they can't be everywhere, and while they'll have people on the ground watching for bikes on sidewalks, they want pedestrians to self-regulate and contact city bylaw if they see anyone breaking the rules. Brandon Rose, City News.